Welcome to Sister Land Investors, where we dive into the world of real estate, mindset, and personal development, sharing stories, tips, and strategies to help you succeed in your own land investment journey.
Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, we're here to help inspire and guide you on your journey to success in land investing.
Let's cultivate growth and build wealth together.
Welcome back to Sister Land Investors. We're so happy to be with you as always.
My name is Elizabeth, and
And
I'm here with my co-host,
Cindy.
Campbell.
Are we saying last names?
Here,
Let's start all over.
can we sit back and
Yes,
relax a little?
yes.
I'm cold. It's cold in here. So,
Okay.
how was your weekend? This lady's been traveling a lot, and she popped into Houston for a few minutes. And I just grabbed her and I said, let's go record.
Yes. I'm happy to be back. I haven't even unpacked yet. I'm a hot mess, but it's been a blessing to be able to be traveling and to be home to at least wash clothes because it's like go, 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 go.
Yeah, she's been traveling a lot with my niece, which is my other baby. She's just fortunate to be the mother of my other baby. I'm claiming it. She's so today we're going to talk about a little bit about networking.
The importance of networking, right? It sounds like a big deal, but I feel like you do
It
it.
is a big deal.
It's a big deal, but you do it so naturally. Like you're
okay.
not looking, you're not going out looking to like today I'm going to go network. I can go to Starbucks and start talking to someone because I can talk to
Because
a
we could talk to anyone.
Yes.
But the thing is here, the a lot of women, a lot of people, not just women, get intimidated, get anxious. They don't have that natural ability to just get up and just start a conversation.
Yeah.
So let's kind of focus on that because I hear that a lot. Like how
Sure.
do you get out of your shell? How do you leave the anxiety of being scared and fearful to talk to people, to make the calls or to ask for private money, lending, or to pick up the phone and call when you send out the mailers?
Well, I guess yes, because it's so natural to us. I don't see like that side of being anxious about it, but I think like I was saying, in anything that we do, I can go to Starbucks and I can see an old friend that I haven't seen in 5 years and just be like, "How are you? Oh, I've been doing good. What have you up to? Oh, actually, I'm so excited. Like I am doing land investing now, and this is what I do." And they get curious, and it just leads to building that relationship on or them wanting to learn more about what you're doing. So it is very natural to me and it is very, but I think that comes with the passion in what we're doing, right?
Yeah, you have to be passionate about what you do. And I think the main ingredient here for those ladies that are scared to talk to people or approach anyone is not think about yourself. It's thinking about how you're going to help them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do have the resources or have something that you may be needing, but they don't know if you don't say it. If you don't communicate it, they won't know. And just talking to random people, it's okay. You could be in line in Starbucks and not even have a friend there, but just saying, smiling at whoever's preparing your coffee or the person behind you or in front of you and say, how's your day going?
Well, I think it's the energy you're giving off, right? Like I
Yeah.
think that if you're a light, like you have the right energy, the right mindset, I think people just naturally are attracted to you and want to know more, are interested in you as a person because you're giving off the right energy. I mean, think about it. If you walk into anywhere, you go anywhere and you feel the bad energy, someone that's just
Not
funky and not
smiling.
smiling and not really into their world, or if maybe poor people, like maybe they're just having a bad day, but you feel it, right? You give up, people give off the
The
energy.
energy,
So
absolutely.
I think starting off your day, probably, let's rewind and start there. Starting off your day with the right mindset. I am a Christian. I start off my day in prayer and thankful, always thankful for everything going on in my life. And I think that leads to my energy shift and just being able to start the day. I think that thankfulness starts that day off into greatness. Everything keeps rolling from that. So for me, that is what gets it started. I don't know about you.
That's so true. I start my day the night before.
Yes.
And I learned that by listening to someone on social media. I didn't do that before. This is new and it's a game changer. So the night before, when you end the day, write down, and I don't write them down, but I go over it in my head. The person said write them down. Write down all the things that went well and go over them, and go over them with your kids. Like, what was good today? Like, again, focusing your attention on something good. What was good today? Tell me two or three things, writing those down. And then, of course, we all have things that we consider bad or down or failures or lack, depending on how you want to name it. We just currently changed it to, like you said before in the other podcast, they're not failures, they're
Yeah,
learning
either
experience.
either you win or you learn.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
That's a big
we
one.
just rephrase it. So we just switch the word at home and we're like, so what did we learn today? Meaning, what did we fail? Which is okay, right?
That's fine.
But we learned to switch the word. So now I do it the night before and we write them down. And then, okay, what do we have? The top three things that we want to accomplish tomorrow. And so I start the day the night before and okay, I have to make these calls, I have to do this. And then I end it, always end it how you want to feel. You want to feel fulfilled and happy and joyful.
Yes.
So you end it there. And in the morning, you just remember all that.
Yep.
And that just sets the mood, the tone, right?
Right. I mean, I think that for me and my family, we don't. I don't write anything down. I'd be lying to you if I told you that I did. But I we do at dinner. Like when we have dinner at night, we always go through our ups and downs of the day, and then we reflect on them and what we could change. And I think that's become like a habit. And I so we're doing it without really thinking that we're doing it
That's
right.
nice.
Um, but but you can. I'm sure you all have your own rituals that you're not even know that you're doing. But I think the most important thing is that shifting your energy to a thankful mindset. Like there has to be something in your life that you're thankful about. Something. There is something that you're breathing, that you're able to have food on the table, like anything that you can shift your energy and just think of the positive and think of the great that's happening to you, shifts it. Because if you wake up and you're thinking like, oh, I have to go into work, or oh, I have to speak to this person that I really don't like to speak to and I have to deal with them, and then your mind just starts shifting to that negative, and then everything else around it, I feel like it's a ripple effect, right?
It is.
So starting off the day in the right mindset, but getting back to the networking is that like once you start your day in the right mindset, that helps the interactions throughout the day, the random interactions at the Starbucks, at the Target, at FedEx, if you're having to do something at FedEx, like that shifts it. And I do feel like that opens you up to be able to,
Speak to people more freely.
yeah, and get what ultimately you're looking for, right? So like for us, we're always looking for investors. I feel like that opens up those doors because you're just in the right mindset with the right energy around you. And it opens up those doors ultimately, right?
No, it does. Absolutely. Networking shouldn't be hard and it shouldn't be about you. Your mindset should be like, what do I have to offer at this meeting or at this event that I'm going to? What can I do to help this person that I'm going to meet here? There's something that you have to offer, and finding that, knowing that, and starting with that in mind makes it so much easier when you're out networking.
And it comes almost natural because I have a friend who we went to dinner, and it was just I hadn't seen them in forever. And I mean, we the intention was never to talk about work or what I do ever, but in our how have you been, what have you been up to, blah blah blah, she just, I mean, I told her what I was doing, never expected to get a business partner out of it, but in that conversation just automatically she's like, oh well, I have all this money just sitting in my 401k. Like, what can I do? Could you help me grow it? I'm like, absolutely, let's talk. So I think that it's just that being in that mindset.
And
Opportunity, I didn't ask her, she didn't know anything about it, but yet she's like, oh well, then what can I do? Like I want my money to grow, like how can we work together? So I think that mindset and being in the right, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but anyways, I think that it all opens up and it helps, it helps attract what you're looking for without even really looking for it,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yes.
Letting people know what you're doing what you're passionate about allows them permission to ask
Yes.
and get to know and see how they could tap in. Everyone's thinking about themselves. Everyone's thinking about themselves. So when you stop thinking about yourself and telling other people what, letting them know what you do, but letting them kind of tell you what they do or what they need,
And what they need. Yes.
we're a huge key for that.
Yes, we are. Absolutely. Um,
And putting yourself out there, just going to different events, networking is like going to the gym and lifting weights, going to the gym and running. You're not going to start off running if you never ran. You start off with one little foot in front of the other and you walk. If you walk not even a quarter of a mile, that's okay. But at least you got up on the treadmill and you practiced it.
and you know what too? I feel like I'm just trying to think of in my world of what I'm doing. I also think that opening up and being honest, right? We Misty spoke on this on our on the last podcast, but I feel like being like I had a deal once where the man wants to sell me he wanted to sell me his land, but he wanted to sell it with mineral rights, and I know nothing about mineral rights. So of course the first thing I do is trying to educate myself, so I go online and I'm trying to educate myself, and I'm hitting roadblocks. Like, I'm just not understanding. I don't even know how to look for his property under the mineral, like it was just a challenge for me. So I think I started calling people that I know are that may have some kind of clue in mineral rights. So I started texting. I mean, it was a lot of men because this is a man dominated world, right? So I'm texting the wives, like, is it okay if I reach out to your husband because I need to ask a question about mineral rights? So, I mean, you want to have respect, but that led to questions. Well, what do you do and how do you do it? And that also led to investing with me for that particular property. So it was phenomenal. I was just trying to learn, and I'm okay saying I don't know. Can you teach me, or can you help guide me, or can you lead me to the right person? Um, so again, I wasn't trying to
You
find
weren't,
an investor for
she
his
wasn't trying
property.
to get money, but she got money.
Yes, exactly. And it just led, I mean, it was just honest. I don't know. Can you help me? And I think that that's a big one. Like saying you don't know. Yes, we want to be successful. Yes, we want to um, appear like we know it all, but we don't, right? Like we don't know it all.
No, there's
And
so much to learn. There's
and
so
it's
much
okay
out
to
there.
say you don't know, and it's okay to want to learn, and you go to different sources. I don't I mean, you're like, I called you first. I'm like, do you know anything about mineral rights? You're like, I know some, but not enough to answer your question.
I just buy it. Mineral rights or no mineral rights, I buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know much about mineral rights.
Yeah. So I think that that just speaks to also like having there is no I got you, right? Like I'm not trying to trick anyone. This is me. That we're authentic and we're trying to just learn more. And I feel like the receiver feels the energy, and they want to work with you. They
Yeah,
want to they see that you're networking and that you're honest. I think that is
that's a
helpful.
key.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a key.
Mhm.
And again, networking is a muscle. Just put yourself out there. I know it's scary for a lot of you. A lot of you are scared to get out of your little shell, but just starting little by little, like go somewhere. Go
Go to a
sit at
park. Go to if you
a
have
coffee
children,
shop.
a coffee shop. Coffee shops are tricky though. Like I feel like you and I can talk to anyone, like anyone. But coffee shops, if you're an introvert and you go to a coffee shop, like it can be because it's like people are in a rush. But I think that if you're like at somewhere where people sit, right, like a park, parents are there with their kids. That would be an easy way to at least try it. Like
Yeah, have
try
you
to
talked to other parents? If there's parents with kids, start with the kids.
Yes, because you have that in common. Like you
Yeah.
find something that you have in common with these people. And kids, if you're at a park and you're with your kids, if you have kids, um, that's you have that common ground, right? So that's an easy way to start a conversation and kind of put yourself out there.
That's a great way. That's
Yeah,
a good tip.
yeah. But what if you don't have kids? A coffee shop?
Gym. Go to
Oh,
the
the gym.
gym.
The gym. And what if you don't like to work out?
Whatever it is that you love. Like
Yes,
I don't like
fine.
to work out, but I would love dancing before I had kids. So yeah, dancing
Yeah,
salsa.
I think just starting small and getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I think that in life you have to put yourself out there and you have to be uncomfortable to grow. because you're not going to grow if you're not uncomfortable. And it's in business, if you're trying to start your own business and run you're going to do a whole lot of things that are yeah, that are uncomfortable, but they will all help you grow. Each uncomfortable situation will help you grow for sure.
You don't want to stay stagnant.
No, never.
You're dying or you're growing. So let's grow together, ladies.
And I think that when we talk, excuse me, when you talk about mindset, I think too, um, I forgot what I was going to say.
You said mindset. That's my
Yeah.
thing. Now, I think we should end it by growing. Do what you can little by little, grow, put yourself out there. We'll be more than happy to help you. If this is a challenge for you, this is in our DNA
Yes.
talking. We would not mind jumping on a call with you and assisting you or giving you more tips. But it's all when you're scared of talking, I think you're just more in your head about you and you're being very selfish and you're thinking too much about yourself. I think you should swap it and see, okay, how can I be of service to XYZ? So
It's true. That's what I was going to say. I'm sorry. That if you're scared because you're scared of being judged, that you like people are going to judge you regardless. That's the thing. Like you're going to be judged regardless. So it's either you're going to help them or you're going to get judged, but it doesn't really matter because whoever's judging you is not helping you grow. So they just exit your life, which is fine. So take the leap. Like you can do it. Like just take the leap, be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable and watch yourself grow. I guarantee that you will watch yourself grow and you'll look back and say, "Oh my god, they were so right. Like if I just took this first step, and I became uncomfortable with the uncomfortable and I just did it, you will grow and you will see success."
and you won't regret it. Another thing I wanted to say when you were talking about people judging you,
Mm-hmm.
if the people judging you are not where you want to be, it doesn't count. It's like the wall telling you you're not good enough. But if it's someone like Elon Musk or the Gates or who are the billionaires, Oprah, who are the people that are
Anyone, like
who
anyone
we
where you feel that's above
whoever
you
you
or
feel that's
yeah.
successful,
Yes.
that's telling you you're not doing it right, you suck, you're not good enough, then yeah, you probably do have something to worry about. But they're giving you, how do you say it, good criticism. Like how do you say the good criticism? When they criticize
I
you,
know
but
what you're saying.
constructive,
Constructive
constructive.
criticism.
But if it's someone that's at your level or below, ignore them. That's what I tell my kids. Ignore them.
Yeah, ignore it, and you're in your own little world. Like this is you, this is your life, and you're growing, and you make mistakes, and like I said, I am sure we're being judged for this podcast.
I
Do we
don't
care? No,
know.
we don't care.
No, I think we're the
We're
two or
providing
three or
value. Yeah.
whoever we're helping you. Just remember, don't stay too much in your head. Go out there, network, because meeting other people that think the way you do and want to grow the way you want to do will get you so much further. We can't do it alone. We can't do it alone.
No, we
We
can't.
need others, and having that mindset that you're there to grow and learn and help others and help yourself is key, and you'll get so much further than that. So networking is a huge key to growing.
Yes, no, I think we covered it all right.
I love you.
I love you
I'm so
too.
happy she's back. We're going to go eat.
Yes, we are.
I love you.
I
All
love
right,
you too.
ladies, y'all have a blessed day and we'll see you next week. Take
Yes,
care.
bye. Have a good one. Remember to subscribe, please.